Hey YouTube, this is the Art of Prepping, looking at an option here that I got a few years ago and never really figured out what I was going to do with it until now. So what this is it's a container that has a seal, like an O-ring seal, and I believe it's a type of maybe like a rubber material. And this type of material and canister is made for rods, for welders. It's welding rods. And has a clip on the side and a small lanyard hole. Also has a small lanyard hole on the cap. And the way this works, let me see if I can just open this up here. And it just has a threaded cap. And here it looks like this when you open it up, and it's a big tube. And obviously you don't have to be a welder to use this canister. So what are some of the uses here for something like this? Well, this could be a small cache of supplies that could be hidden. I mean, if you did a really good job at sealing the seam here, I mean, it seems like it seals pretty well already, but you may be able to put something, extra tape, and maybe even bag this a few times and so forth, just to kind of help it a little more, and maybe not bury it very deep, but you could use it as a capsule. But probably more logically, you would probably want to put this maybe in the rafters, hidden into your shed or your barn or a garage as an emergency capsule, a first aid kit capsule. It could have maybe some extra money or keys or something of that nature. Haven't exactly figured out exactly what I want to do with it, but I'm thinking something of that nature, a small capsule, probably above ground in a structure. You could probably even paint this if you wanted to. Give it a couple paint jobs, a couple layers of it, of a darker color, and maybe even hide it up in a tree. That wouldn't be that noticeable. That would be an option. But it's just enough size that you can probably get a few things, maybe a small water purifier and just maybe like maybe a day's worth of small rations and a little cash, maybe a pocket knife or multi-tool, a bandana, and just a few other things like a fire starter and other types of essential things could probably fit in here. So, it could also be used as part of a car kit. It'd be very compact, keep everything organized. You could just put some very essential things like maybe a very small a tarp shelter in here and a few other things like parachute cord. And that could, it could actually just be a sub kit, just one category of like maybe this is your shelter, and you get a few more, and one of them is your first aid kit, and one of them is something else, and you could kind of attach them all together or clip them all in the same area in your vehicle, or a bug out location. So just a lot of ideas. You could probably customize these further and do other things that I'm not even thinking about, but if I think of anything else, I'll make another video. But you can definitely wrap cord around this, duct tape, so you could probably put some things inside and also have things on the outside as well. And so this is kind of a neat project, a fun kit. Kind of reminds me of the last challenge that was really big on the internet that started, I believe, with Wrangler Star, about the $10 dollar store survival kit, which I would like to do and I will do in the future. I look forward to doing something like that. I kind of came to YouTube a little bit late in the game and wasn't able to participate when that was ongoing in a very a live fashion. So maybe I'll do that in the very near future. And it's never too late sometimes to jump in on these things. But every dollar store has different things though. So depending on your region and where you live and your kind of store you'll have different options. But it does sound pretty fun. So this is another option for just a few dollars at Harbor Freight. It's just for a container. There's all kind of containers out these days. So, maybe this wouldn't work for you, or maybe this is just what you're looking for, I'm trying to get a good dimension here. It kind of looks like maybe it's about a 16 to 17 inch at the most, 15 to 17 inch range length. And I think on the width, it's probably like a 3.5. Maybe just a hair over 3.5 inches wide. So this is what it is. I had a good coupon when I bought this, so it really wasn't that cheap. It wasn't that expensive. So I'm going to stop rambling now. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you real soon.